What's up guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Drift Games vlog. If you've been checking out our social media this week, make sure you head to the Drift Games shop online. That's at driftgames.life. We got a brand new range of summer merch for you guys, so make sure you check that out. Thank you if you buy anything for the support to the brand. Today we're in a very special place just outside of Dublin who do some of the craziest cars in the country, and what I mean by that is they build stuff that nobody else in this country builds to a level that nobody else builds. As you can see behind me, we've got a lot of special cars to show you on this episode, so strap in. We're here to show you some of the craziest pandem-kitted cars in the country. What's up, Dave?
What's up?
How are you? So
not too bad.
You've got this little tucked away place which we found today that has some pretty bananas cars in it. And I'm going to get you to give us a guide around them because I have no idea with half of the stories behind them. You guys have built a lot of cool cars over the years, so we're going to start off with the stuff outside. Talk us through this one though. Rocket Bunny 350Z.
Rocket Bunny 350Z, 15-inch wheels on the back.
15-inch wheels on the back.
15-inch wheels on the back, yeah. Work equipped.
Is there even another set of 15-inch wheels in Ireland?
Not equipped anyway, no.
That is ridiculous.
All genuine kit.
So this is not like a replica kit, this is a real Rocket Bunny kit from Japan.
Real deal, yeah. About €6,000 worth of kit.
And it's not static, it sits on air.
Air, yeah. Airlift performance, airbags and all. It's fitted by John Peden. There's brand new genuine Bride seats, custom made for it. There's limited edition Vertex steering wheel. There's just loads of stuff.
That thing is bananas. And the worst thing is, we could probably have done a whole vlog on this car alone, but that's not even the cars we came to see. So we're going to head inside into the workshop area where there's a pretty badass collection of stuff. This is where the magic happens.
This is where goes down, yeah.
We're going to start with the most impressive car in here, which is the Lamborghini. It's obviously the most expensive too because it's a Lamborghini, of course. But this doesn't look like something you could buy off the shelf. Who's this for?
This is my son. This is a 4-year-old's Lamborghini now. This is very special.
I didn't have a Lamborghini that had this nice a paint when I was 4 years old now.
Fastest car in the shed. It's all custom colour. The 5th car in the world in the original Gary's green.
So this is the colour that you sort of made up yourself.
Yeah.
Had on a couple of cars before.
Yeah. And this is now I sold them the colour code I did, so just, you know, I gave them at a good price.
I was about to say, a bit of a discount, you know, family rates and all that kind of stuff. Look, repping the brand. Yeah. We're going to get to the most important two cars in a little while, but I want to have a look at some of the other stuff you guys are working on. This is, as you said, a standard arched S15, which there isn't too many of these in this condition.
No.
And is that an original colour?
Original colour, yeah. It's pretty much a spotless car. Just in for a few stone chips tied up on the front of it.
Like, it is very clean.
It is.
There's not too many now in Ireland that haven't gone through 72 owners and look a little bit rough. This is very clean.
50 shades of blue as well.
The work's on there, brake upgrade, and like subtle improvements, like with the, you know, the splitters and stuff like that. It's not too over the top, but an improvement on the standard car, I think.
Pretty much a perfect S15, I'd say.
And he tracks this, right?
Yeah, he's always on Modelo in it, yeah.
So this is a track, doesn't look like a track car. There's a lot of track cars in Modelo that do not look like this at all. Okay, so we're going to breeze by these two and get to, this is one of my favourite cars in the country, and to be honest, if you were to build one, I think it would probably look just like this. So this is like a Bathurst kind of style, a lot of original Mazda parts on there, RX7. On SSRs, perfect.
Brand new SSR wheels. There's Recaro seats, Mazda speed stuff on it. There's 500 horsepower Rb25 in it.
Rb25.
Top mount TV.
Go on, show me this now, because one of the weak points of the RX7 is obviously the rotary engine, which breaks a lot of hearts. Now, weak or the strength, depending on how you look at it. But this is a different kettle of fish altogether, right? That is, it's, look, and I like the way it's all black because it looks kind of like a standard engine in there.
Just a guard stop, you know.
Oh, it's definitely just a 1.3 RX7,
1.3 rotary, yeah.
So what's the engine specs on this?
It's pretty much a standard engine. There's the top mount TD06, there's a 6-boost manifolds, G-ready intake.
And look, our friends Funk Motorsport back in the game again with a turbo blanket. You know, repping.
There's only 9,000 kilometers on the car as well, which makes
9,000 kilometers.
Yeah. On 9,000 kilometers on 320 kilometers an hour, RE emitting clocks as well, just to just to get it out there, you know.
So it's as Mazda as it gets inside, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty
That
much.
is incredible. So this thing is almost like a brand new car.
Yeah, underneath and all is absolutely spotless. Everything is just neat on it.
And like it even smells like a new car in here. Wow, that's insane. Very rare car in Ireland.
Very rare, yeah.
So what year is this?
It's 97.
It's a 97 with only how many?
9,000 kilometers.
So it hasn't seen much action. It's probably going to see more now with an Rb25 in it, or it's a little bit more leery with an Rb25. What sort of power is it running?
It's just under 500 horsepower.
That's enough. And they're pretty quick with the 1.3 rotary at about 280 horsepower. So I can imagine this thing is an animal. So we're going to take another look at something completely different again, which is a BMW E36 on what looks like a fresh pandem kit.
This is a fresh pandem kit on the original Gary's Green again. And this is owned by a 15-year-old.
So this is all the paint that was left over from the Lambo.
Yeah, I bought a 200-litre barrel. That was that was left over.
So this is for future drivers.
This is a 15-year-old's car, yeah. He's only after getting a set of nearly new Workmeister M1s on it. Obviously the paint job, pandem kit, and he can't drive it for a year and a half.
So he's building the car so in the future he can drive it. Well, it's not a bad hobby to have.
It's not.
And not a bad way to spend your pocket money.
It's not a great one now either. It's a money to spend, but
So this is absolutely like the paint is just drying on this right now, right? This has just been painted.
only painted yesterday.
And so this is how horrible an E36 generally looks. And then if you come over here, you can see a complete transformation. Pandem kit, Meister's on. That's a beautiful car. For where it is right now. Got the RX-7, we got the 15, got the Lambo, we got the Beamer, but we're here to look at these two very special cars that have just been finished. And I'm going to start with your own.
This is my one, yeah.
This is an original Pandem R32. So talk us through the history of the car. You bought the car as an R32 GTSD, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I bought it as a drift car as well. It was a drift car when I got it. It was
Hold on, this was a drift car.
It was a drift
So
car.
you went the complete wrong way around this.
Completely backwards compared to everyone else. And everyone I've said, why are you turning a 32 back to a road car? But anyway, I done it because of the engine. There's an Rb27 in it. It's
Rb27.
27, yeah, fully forged. The head on it was built to rev out to 9,000 RPM. There's GTR, subframes front and back, GTR diff, everything's GTR on it.
So for an idiot like me, that's an Rb26 bored out to 2.7.
Just the oversized pistons in it.
And then the twin turbo changed to a single turbo.
Yeah.
Can we have a check under the bonnet?
Yeah.
So that's a good starting point, to be fair, for a road car.
It is. Had to get the most Irish bonnet holder.
That is, you know what, that's the only thing that ruined the JDM experience here is the hurl holding bonnet. So let's have a look at it. So relatively sort of quick spooling turbo.
Yeah, it's a Garrett GT35R. It's modified internals. It's on full boost, just under 3,000 RPM. There's G-ready intake, link ECU, SARD fuel rail, fuel pressure regulator, front mount. Basically everything's done to it. It's running 550 horsepower now at the minute.
550 horsepower on a road car.
Yeah. So.
Wow, okay. So she has the go to match the show, is what you're saying. Okay, so let's have a look at the outside, which is obviously the next big project. And of course, you guys do a lot of body work here. That's your game. But it's not an easy car, especially when it's been rough around the edges as a drift car, to turn into something like this, right?
Definitely not. There was a lot of work now, and this is my own car, and I only put half the work into this as I could because I was so busy dealing with customers' cars and all, but there's about 3 months worth of respray on it. So
What I hear in a rumour about this spoiler on the back of this car, this particular spoiler, which is a very awesome looking Pandem spoiler, but how much is the retail on a Pandem spoiler for an R32?
the retail is €2,000 plus shipping and customs.
€2,000 for a little bit of fiberglass there.
Fiberglass.
And suspension wise, it's static at this height?
Suspension, there's BC coilovers in it, all adjustable arms so you can set it up properly for the track and all. Wheels, brand new wheels just arrived today from Group D down the car. Mike Fitz started me out with them.
So Group D came through with the work VS's.
Yeah.
In all black?
All black, yeah.
As mean as it gets.
They basically, he said to me, like, what's the most expensive wheel you have? That's what I picked.
And what sort of specs are on the wheels?
The rears are 18 by 11.5 minus 39ish.
It's pretty aggressive.
Fronts are 18 by 10.5 minus 29, I think it is.
See, the thing is, that's the problem, right? When everyone wants to buy these kits, but you have to go and invest in the wheels then, because otherwise you're going to be putting like 400 mil spacers on what you have.
Basically, we say the kits are the most unpractical kits on the market. But yes, this is me third one now.
This is the third one. Okay, so that's the R32. Let's move on to this blue machine, which I'm probably going to go out on a limb and say is probably my favorite E92 coupe in the world right now. This was a standard car. Is this your brother's car?
This is another one, my brother Darren, bingo they call him. This is just completely original 335.
So it's a 335, so it's still got a good bit of go in it.
It's all tuned. It's running 450 horsepower as well, so it's not exactly.
You get 450 horsepower from a 335.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good alternative to an M3, right?
Exactly, yeah. They say the engines of them are like 2J equivalent, European 2J, like so. They're well able to take abuse.
So this was probably quite a nice looking car, and a convertible too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, convertible, yeah.
So this was a convertible E92. Did they call that an E93?
E93, yeah.
Yeah. And this again, full genuine pandem kit.
Genuine pandem.
Well, this is Liberty Walk, right?
No, he had Liberty Walk on it. It was grey. He had a Liberty Walk. Then he got rid of the Liberty Walk and went pandem then after that.
Ah, okay.
Because we said to ourselves, there's no point buying one kit because you're saving shipping if you buy two. But obviously that wasn't.
But the pandem is a little bit more aggressive on the arches, right?
Yeah.
Like
the pandem is actually about 40 mil wider than the Liberty Walk as well.
So again, you run into serious wheel issues straight away.
The wheels on this now, there's all custom lips in these. They're actually 14J, so
14J on the back.
19 by 14J.
19 by 4. That's a big wheel.
That's a really big wheel, yeah.
And on the fronts, there must be at least 10 and a half, 11s.
9.5 or 19 by 11.
19 by 11 on the front of a BMW.
Yeah.
It's on airlift performance?
Yeah, kind of the best you can get for it, really.
Because I was thinking, if he drives around at this sort of height, he's not going to get out of the yard here without wrecking everything on the front of it. So it's the only practical way really in Ireland to run a low car like this, is just to have the airlift.
That low anyway, yeah. See, in fairness, when he drives it at a nice height, you see lads with the airlift stuff driving up real high now. This is driven low.
Not on 4x4 spec on the airlift.
Driven so low that it still scrapes the speed ramps.
Really?
They're still scraping speed ramps.
So he's still scraping speed ramps on the top of the airlift. Well, look, you know what? It's probably running the static heights most people would run, so that's pretty cool. And then inside, well, it's kind of like colour coded in here, right? The dash is all.
The dash is done. The seats, Ricardo, I think they're Euro R seats, all retrimmed in leather with blue stitching around them.
You know what? I was just about to say they look like a Honda seat, but Honda didn't make them with that nice of leather. So this is all retrimmed.
Yeah, all retrimmed, yeah.
That's incredible. That's a really, really nice interior. And it's simple and it matches the outside. And the roof still comes down.
Yeah.
So you could have a convertible Pandem E92 on air.
You could active in diesel at this if you wanted.
You could actually. And I must say, even all the little touches, like the supports for the spoilers and the lips and everything, that's all super neat on these cars, which is fantastic.
People forget it's all about the little details.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, a lot of people throw a car together just on a kit, but it's actually, there's something that separates a very good modified or tuned car to sort of the standard, and that is the little things, right? Yeah. The little details that you might not notice, and both of these cars definitely have that. I presume this is one we'll have to look at for in the future. This is the one that I want to take home or kill you all and rob. And then this is a very eclectic collection because it's not all just Japanese stuff. No. It's kind of, I suppose, neat, clean, functional performance cars. Because a lot of people who build these or these that look like this don't have much go. Like they could be like a 320 diesel that looks like this. So if you're 450 horsepower, 335, 550 horsepower, R32, what's this? Nearly 500 horsepower. Yeah. And then we won't talk about the 318 IS, but the Lambo probably still has the power advantage in the fact that it's fully electric. So off the line, that's going to have
powered weight.
Yeah, and a beautiful S15 SR20 sitting here as well. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you giving us a tour around the garage. I'm sure we'll be seeing these cars at shows all over Ireland this year, and we'll be seeing them at some of our shows. So we'll definitely get up close and personal with them. Yeah. And until then, we'll leave you guys to keep polishing and keep finishing and keep wasting loads of money on incredible cars. So there you have it, guys. One of the coolest collections of cars I think I've ever seen anywhere in the world. From what's outside with Rocket Bunny 350Zs, MX-5s, you've got all of the crazy machinery in there. And all of these cars are going to be at shows that we're at for the rest of the year. So you might spot them at the Japanese Car Culture Live Show in the north of Ireland on July 7th. They might even be at Retromania on July 28th. They'll definitely be at the Irish Motor Festival in August. And at least half of them will be at JAFFest in September. And of course, we're hoping to see you guys at some of our shows for the rest of the year. But from me and from the Drift Games vlog, we'll see you on the next one. You can get on to our shop, driftgames.life. Just go to the shop section. We got a brand new range of clothing for 2019. It's just launched. It's just hot off the press. Make sure you grab some. We really appreciate you guys doing that. Until then, that's another episode of the Drift Games vlog in the bag. If you've enjoyed it, let us know which car you prefer. Which one would you take home from all this? Because I'm partial to them all, but the RX-7 does it for me. Which car would you pick if you could take one car home from this entire collection here?